Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's nice to have you back. Welcome. So today we have the subject twin flames. Do others feel the love? Do others feel the connection? I've made the video in German first, so a few weeks ago, so I felt, let's do it in English as well. So let's dive into it. So I'm sure you're probably quite aware of your own twin flame story. You know exactly when you first met, you know exactly when you first kissed, you know exactly what happened next. Or if you never went down that path of kissing and all the other fun stuff you can do with your twin flame, maybe you just remember seeing him first or noticing his profile on Tinder or wherever you met. By the way, nothing wrong with Tinder. I, I know quite some people who actually met there and who signed up and who then met. So I actually did a video on it too, right? So all these social media platform things like Parship and whatever, I'm probably not up to date with all of them. But they're nothing bad. It's just a modern way of meeting people. Most importantly, during phases where politicians decide you should stay in your house, right? So that's the way that's the way to meet people. So there's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, I know stories where people signed up and just they were online just a week, they met each other and they both signed off again, like they both deleted their profiles again. And yeah, it seems as if, these people were guided by the universe to actually sign up to something they were quite against, maybe for quite some time. Like in one case, I know it really is someone I would never have guessed that they would go online and create a profile like that. But that's what guidance is, right? You are brought together with your twin flame. You are not bringing yourself together with your twin flame. You're not actively going out there and going, okay, this person needs to be my twin flame and we need to unite now and this is how it's going to happen. Like as long as you have this sort of approach to it and this sort of view on the twin flame journey, you're probably going to bump heads with the destiny and with the universe for quite some time, because that's not how it's done. You're guided, and you're guided to yourself. The path is to yourself, right? So you're guided to heal, and you're also guided to your twin flame, but it's an inner journey. It's inner choices you first make, and it's inner healing you do in order to then be ready to meet, to then be ready to maybe, I don't know, move in together, to then be ready to maybe break up if you really want the fun version of it all. And you're then ready to reunite. And all these things you're being guided through. So if you're guided to go on social media, is that called social media? Tinder? Probably not. On a dating app, you go on Bumble or Humble or all these things and you sign up, then don't feel bad about it. If people up there want you, like the little angels and stuff, want you to go meet that person that lives on the other side of the planet, it might just be through a dating app. So yeah, that being said, little parenthesis, I like these. I was saying, oh my God. Exactly. So you are probably aware of your own journey, but maybe you're not even in touch with other people's journey or other people being on the twin flame journey, because it is to this day something that is sort of rare. I'm not saying twin flames are rare, they're not, but people consciously walking the path and choosing to take on the challenge to go, yes, I want to improve, I want to self-heal, I want to work on myself, I want to walk this path, because that person I met this and that many years ago, I never was able to forget them, and now I really want to do everything I can that is shown to me, that I can heal in order to unite happily. And that is the twin flame path. So the question is, do others feel that, right? So as I said, you might be aware of your own, but you're not in touch with other twin flame journeys. So I just want to give you a little storytelling here of what happens to me, like how I feel the twin flame energy in other couples, so you can be able to relate, or so you can see if you can also feel it on other people. Or yeah, I'm actually going to give you the example of TV. I don't even have a TV, but I do watch some really not so much brain needed series every now and then on the internet. So I have a French series I follow, and in there are clearly some twin flame couples. And I just want to tell you about those so you can maybe, as I said, start to open your eyes also in that sense, watching TV or watching movies. Yes, there's twin flame movies. We know there's a whole list of them. By the way, I do want to make a video on that topic at one point. I might manage. But yeah, it's actually when I did the video in French back then on that French series saying, hey, these and these are the twin flame couple in that. It's a reality series actually. And people got really upset. People watching my channel, watching my videos got upset. Some of them, not all of them, of course. It's only ever partially upsets that people go through. So people got upset saying, of course, these dumb bimbos in that show, well, that's not what they said, but that's what they meant. Of course, they're not twin flames. Come on, Yvonne, you just ruined the whole topic for us. You just ruined your whole channel by talking about these lower beings who are certainly not twin flames, because us, we are half ascended, and us, we are twin flames, but not these other beings, right? And you can hear, I'm joking a bit on this one, but you can hear the arrogance in this, right? Of thinking, oh no, only a selective few super high, super intelligent, super spiritual people are twin flames, and everyone else is just like these dumb people, like these snails going along on their human being disaster path, and they don't know anything about love or anything about. Yeah, I'm exaggerating that I do a lot in order to prove a point, but there is an attitude like that going around in the twin flame community, I would say, of like, oh, us awakened beings versus those, like the rest of humanity who is not there yet. Sorry, not there yet. And I get what they mean, because some people are honestly not there yet, not judging in a judging way, but they're just, busy with like getting food or getting a shelter or getting, I don't know, their really challenging living experience under control or whatever it is. It is sort of a privilege if you get to focus on your twin flame journey. It's a privilege, I feel. So that being said, yes, it's important for me to say that there are all sorts of it's not social classes. It's not about that. It's really about twin flames are everywhere, basically. There's people meeting their perfect other self, their partner, everywhere. So telling you about the story of that French series, there is that one couple who used to be together, used to be married, and that was actually taped in the reality series too, how they got married, how they got together, how they met, all of that in reverse order. And I wasn't witnessing that back at the time because I wasn't watching it yet. But then they had, I think they stayed married for like 4 years or something. They stayed a couple for 4 years, and it was just like the highlight for them. They had a hobby in common that they made their life purpose, like they worked as in that field of activity, and they just had the time of their lives, and they both felt like they found the love of their life, and that was what it was. And then they, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever it is, as you know, separation is a blessing. If you forgot, I'm reminding you. It is a blessing, because otherwise you wouldn't heal all your healing if there wasn't that separation phase. I'm not saying it's needed in every case, it's not, but for many of you it still is, and that's not a bad thing. So don't judge yourself, go through it like a pro, like a hero. So anyways, they broke up, and now recently when I checked into the program again, like the current episodes, what happened was that guy, like one man and a woman, and they had broken up, and the guy had a really hard time getting over her. like these past, I think it was 5 years overall, that like since they've been broken up, and since looks like ever since he tried to get over her, in the sense of, I'm trying to be with someone else, but every time she shows up, I feel the love again, and I need to break up with that person I was with in the first place. It's not working out. And she, like the woman of the couple, she quickly moved on. Like after they separated, she moved on. She was with someone else. She, like every time they met in that reality series, like they didn't bring their partner along, like she didn't bring the partner along. But every time they interacted, like she sort of threw it in his face. She's like, look, I moved on. I'm with this other person now. Like you need to turn the page. Like you really need, do you say turn the page? I think that's French. Anyways, you need to let go of me. I know you love me, but sorry, I'm gone. So she was a bit cocky about it. She was a bit sassy about it, I felt. And I didn't really buy into it, because it was like, yeah, it's easy to sort of move on, like one day after you split up, and just like throw yourself into the next story, and like sort of feel that's it and you're happy, but you're actually not. You're going to realize that down the road. So he actually did the real thing. He really mourned her. He really went, okay, I really want this girl, and I'm really not doing well since we split up, but that's what it is. So, and now, as I said, now they interacted again. Like she came into the show he was in, and just before she did that, it seems like they had met off screen, like off camera, and they hooked up, and they sort of confessed each other that they loved each other. But the moment she came into the show, he had just fallen in love. Well, he just had a crush on someone else, and got it, not engaged, but got like sort of serious with someone else. And then, yeah, she was heartbroken, right? Like it's like the table that turned almost. And he was the one saying, look, I know you love me, but you need to move on and all that. And it's just incredible to watch, to see that, they say the same sentences, the ones I made videos about, like she said, look, he's me. Whenever I look at him, I see myself. I feel his pain. Whenever he's happy, I'm happy. When he's not happy, I'm not happy either. We're twins. Like when I look at him, like I just feel the oneness. We are all these things, right? And they're not aware of twin flames. They might be, calling it soulmates, even though I didn't hear that. But, they're saying all the things. And that is, of course, to me, that's like sign, right? You can only recognize that if you actually live it. If you actually experience a twin flame feeling, you can name these things and say, I look at someone and feels like I'm looking at myself. No one else gets that. They think you're crazy, let's face it. Everyone in your family and your friends, they think you're crazy for saying that. They don't get that. So yeah, it's just interesting for me to watch these kind of episodes and to realize these sentences and see these feelings. And they fight like cat and dog afterwards, because of course he doesn't want to let go of that new girl he found, and she wants to not accept it, and they confess the love again, and then they don't. Like it's messy, right? It's unhealed, let's say. But what is really remarkable, and what I want to share in this video too, is that everyone else in the house who don't know about twin flame, they never watched my videos. I assure you, like they should, but they don't. And so they don't know about twin flames. They don't know the concept. They don't know that there's a person who is you and that's one with you. But they all recognize the love. They all feel that there's something indestructible between the two. And they all gently try to push them together, like they try to, like they do it in a really sweet way, of trying to hinder like the guy of really committing to that other girl. And they try to like create moments where it's just the two of them in the room, so they have to talk, like the twin flames, right? Or they're just like inventing little activities where they have to redo what used to be their life purpose, and they make them do music together in order for them to feel the spark again and feel the feeling. And so that is actually my point in this video. These people don't know about twin flames. They don't know what you guys know watching my videos and also like committing to the journey and walking your own journey. They don't know these things, but they recognize the connection. So that is, you can like sort of transport that knowledge into your real life and know that people feel it. People can feel it. They don't need to be psychologists. They don't need to be spiritually awakened. They just have a feeling that these two people will always love each other and that these two people are meant for each other. That's, by the way, what they say in the series, right? They're like, they're just meant to be. And I know they will end up together, even if now he's with someone else. And she says that too, the twin flame she goes, you know, whatever happens, happens, but I know we will end up together. We're meant to be. So yes, others feel it. And I have personal experience with it too. As you realize, probably I don't share too much of my personal experience on my channel because I like my privacy. But I've experienced it. Crazy things, you know, of people feeling it, of people knowing, of people pointing it out, of having a feeling. And that is it, you know. It doesn't take a twin flame expert to recognize twin flames. It takes a very sensitive person, maybe not even super sensitive, but just someone who feels beyond appearance, who feels beyond, oh, one is holding the other one's hand, they must be a couple, they must be in love. No, the world is full of these couples who hold the hands, but there's not the true love between them. So that doesn't make them true love couples. I'm not saying that it makes them bad couples or anything, but you know what I mean. So anyways, I wanted to be brief. I wasn't brief, but that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave me your comments. Tell me what you think, maybe what you experienced, you know, in your twin flame situation, if others felt it, if sometimes it's also moms and dads and friends, you know, getting the message and realizing, hey, there's something there and that we can't explain, or I know he loves you even though he left you, or whatever it is. So leave me that below. And yeah, thanks so much. Share the video if you feel called to. Reach out to me if you feel called to work with me. If you're like, hey, I'm serious about this. You seem trustworthy. You seem like you could maybe potentially help me along on the journey. I'll be happy to if we're a good match. So reach out. It doesn't cost you anything. All it costs is a little bit of courage and a little bit of, I'm done procrastinating things and I really want to change something now. So yeah, follow that nudge and do it. Okay. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Sending many blessings and a big hug. Bye, guys. Bye.